Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, as we did promise, trust me, we make sure that we deliver. You know what I mean? So we will go online and welcome the greatest artist of all time, Burning Spear.
Easy.
The Spear. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Wow.
Easy.
I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. I know you are a very busy person. It wasn't easy at all reaching you, but we want to say thank you for making time for us today to have a chit chat to, the whole of Ghana and Africa as a whole on Asaase Radio.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Give thanks. So I would like to find out from the Spear. You are 78 years young now, and still you are energetic. When you step on stage and performing, you are so energetic. You jump up and down here and there. I would like to know from you, what exactly is keeping you strong?
Like strength, love, harmony, the support from the people, especially the fans. I always believe in exercise, fitness, make sure everything is working, all the organs is working in the body. So therefore you could prolong as long as you can.
Wow.
Easy.
You can hear me?
I'm not hearing you, period.
Oh, God.
Easy.
All right.
Sometime I heard you and another time I don't heard you. And it's not right,
All right. So you can hear me good right now?
Yeah, when I don't hear you, I can't answer the question. But I'm not hearing what you're saying.
Definitely. But I believe you can hear me good right now.
Yeah, for now I'm hearing you.
All right. We give thanks. So I was asking what exactly is kind of keeping you strong almost all the time, because all the shows I have watched and I saw the Spear performing, I saw that kind of energy, I saw that kind of strength, which I believe that a lot of the youngsters today in our industry can't even come close. And we want to know what exactly is keeping you fit, even though you are 78 years now.
The mind keep I'm fit, but the mind connect to the body. The body is part of the mind and the mind is part of the body.
Mm-hmm.
It's my duty to keep myself as fit as I can, regardless touring or whatsoever it might be. The brain have to be functioning properly. The heart, the lungs, you name it. All these members what make up the body have to be in proper condition. I believe in exercise. I've been exercising for many years. Sometime I used to do like 4 days a week, 14 miles, 4 days a week, going back and forth, preparing myself when I'm going to be touring. I used to do a lot of that. So now it's paying off, and that exercise still remain in the body from that time until this time.
Wow. So it's basically, as a school of thought says, hard training, easy battle. So this confirms that when you put in the work, it will kind of yield up for you one day. Again, we would like to know, what kind of foods do you eat?
What kind of food I eat?
Yeah.
I just eat the right food. There's a lot of food out there. You got to be choosy and you got to be sure. And you got to be eating the right food to keep the body in tune. It's like an engine.
Mm-hmm.
You got to service your engine. You got to tune your engine. You got to make sure the engine having oil, it having water, it having gas. It's like an engine. It's just a human engine. And it's my duty to keep it in the best condition I can.
Wow.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us pay attention and listen to the Spear, because he is kind of telling us, if you are a reggae lover and you follow reggae music as I do, you'll understand what exactly I am saying, and you'll understand what exactly he is saying. Because, you know, food kind of play important role in our lives. So remember to know what exactly you put within is very important. Now, Spear, let's go back to you, you know, growing up in St. Ann Bay, Jamaica, as you were growing up. How was it like for you?
It was good. You know, that's where Iman is from. Iman is a African descendants born in Jamaica, the parish of St. Ann, where Marcus Garvey was also born too. It was good, you know, coming up as a young person, do what young people like to do or love to do. You know, always try to keep myself out of trouble, you know, and hold my head straight, you know, as straight as I can. You know, never looking back and never lay back on time. I never go in front in time or behind time. I go with time, you know, and it's very important what you're going to do or who are you and the direction you're looking into. You must always looking into the direction what can be a part of the future, your future. You know, that's the way I function from a young person coming up. I always believe in my roots, my culture, my history, you know, no discrimination. You know, that's the way I brought up, you know, that's the spirit.
All right. Now, you made mention of you are an African descendant and all that. In recent times, a lot of Jamaicans are of the view that they are not Africans. You know what I mean? And even Queen Africa step in that line, you know, pertaining to some issues. So if the Spear is saying that he is an African descendant, then it means we must take our Africanness, you know, serious in terms of we who are in the diaspora. Now, the great Peter Tosh also said that no matter where you come from, as long as you're a black man, you are an African. So it means that the Spear has also confirmed that.
Easy.
We're live on Asaase Radio, on Asaase 995 Facebook page, please. If you're on a live, please share the link. You know, we've started a new, you know, live again. So if you are live on our page, share the link. The Spear has also confirmed it.
Easy.
So in terms of recording, in terms of being an artist now, how did the journey start with you?
You start just like everybody else, you know, it take time before you realize that you could sing. I wasn't trying to sing or want to sing. I would like to sing. You know, it just happened. It's a gift. You know, some of us come with a gift and some of us come with talent. No disrespect to the person with the talent. Then again, we're all doing the same work, you know, but we come at different time, you know, expressing ourselves in a different way, based upon different things, you know, musically, you know. So that's the way it goes, you know. I realized that I could sing, you know, and then I decided to go with the flow. Maybe if I was trying to sing, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you, but I wasn't trying. You know, it was ordained for Hyman to do what I've been doing musically, you know, through the Most High, you know. So my works is all about the people. And this work will always go on as long as I decided to go with it. It will always go on. You know, sometimes, you know, you got to really slow it down and then think about, you know, something else, not outside the music, inside the music, but something else. So I have to give thanks that I'm here and I can still go on the stage and let people feeling happy. And they let me feeling happy too. Why, it's a coordination. I deliver the message to the people accept the message, and could show me how much they accept the message and they want to be a part of the message. So I've been delivering this message since 1969 until this time. I'm still delivering the message for the people and the people for the message.
All right. We give thanks. Based on our research, I came across this story, and I don't know how true it is, that when you started or when you realized that you can sing, you met Bob Marley and you discussed that with Bob Marley. And as a matter of fact, Bob Marley, kind of encouraged you to continue in terms of what you're doing. How true is that?
Well, it was simple, for Bob was from the parish of St. Ann, just like Mr. Garvey was from the parish of St. Ann.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to went into the opposite part of the parish, 9 Mile, where Bob originated from.
Mm-hmm.
And, I saw Bob and we were reasoning and talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked Bob, and where could I get started
in
the music business? And Bob appointed I'm on to Studio One. I went there, and since that time, the spear been burning, with my first song, Chant Down Babylon. Door peep shall not enter this holy land, we wise and true man stand. Sipping from this upful cup of peace, so therefore I and I did have to chant down Babylon. Babylon could be anyone or any man. It's a system.
Wow.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it's like we are in a history class and the spear is the teacher and he is lecturing. So you better pay attention and listen to this. This is not the vibes from the books. This is the vibes from the man himself. You understand me?
Easy.
And we're live on Asaase Radio. Now, I would like to find out from Spear, in terms of starting now, per the historical fact, you were in a duo, like you and someone else in the group and all that, later on before, you continued the solo career. Who was that person?
Talking about the group?
Yes.
Well, the group came about when dealing with Jack Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
After Studio One, stood on the beach and still maintaining my creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And, someone told Jack Ruby about Iman singing songs like Slavery Days and Marcus Garvey and other songs. So Jack Ruby contact Iman on the beach where the Marcus Garvey Youth Club used to located at 1 J Lane at Musgrave Street in St. Anne's Bay. So we decided to work together. So after decided to work together, we're going to need background vocal and stuff like that. So I draw for Rupert Williston and Delroy Hines. Rupert Williston were there at the first time singing that first song, Door Peep. He was my background vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
And dealing with Jack Rubin now, then I draw for Delroy Hines as background vocal, and they terms it to be like a group. So I was going with the group flow, but original, I'm a solo singer. So I go with the group flow for a little while, dealing with Jack Ruby until it come to a end. After I come to a end, I continue. That's when I start to look within the direction of burning music production as an independent artist. But along the way, I realized that independency is not as soft as the cotton, what was so unpicked by our people before us. It's a hard work when you take the trail to all's independency, and I prolonged with Jack for a little while and everything, come to a end, and then I continue, doing me as burning music production.
All right, doing you as burning music production. I would like to find out from you, what exactly is it about Marcus Garvey that you have a whole heap of song about Marcus Garvey, and it's like you are the preacher of Garvey. What exactly is it about Marcus Garvey? Or who is Marcus Garvey to the spear?
Marcus Garvey is from the parish of Settingz, the capital, which is Settingz Bay. Marcus Garvey was born at Market Street, and Hyman were born at King Street off Market Street. The first time Hyman heard about Marcus Garvey was at the corner of Main Street and Market Street. Some elderly people were talking about Mr. Garvey. When he hit the stage, we can't feel it. And I was saying, what the hell are they talking about? I never heard about Marcus Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
Then I continued to pay more attention, listening to people who knew about Marcus Garvey and will be talking about Marcus Garvey. Until sometime on the beach, this vibes came to him, and Marcus Garvey words come to pass. And I start to look deeply in Marcus Garvey, and I start to realize what Marcus Garvey was standing up for. Then I start to see the importance of Mr. Garvey. And I take a deep look at Mr. Garvey, and that look bring out all these melodies and lyrics of Marcus Garvey. And up to today, I still fully, standing firm when it comes to Marcus Garvey. Now I think the time is right to have a subject in school on Marcus Garvey, started from the infant school upward into the university. I think we need to have a public holiday on Marcus Garvey throughout the 14 parishes of Jamaica. I also think that the time is right for any and everything on Marcus Garvey to be told to Jamaica, especially the up and coming people, which is the future of every country, the up and coming people. For there is generation, upon generation, in generation, after generation. So the teaching of Marcus Garvey is supposed to pass on in all the schools. So every kid can have something about Marcus Garvey, can tell their own story about Marcus Garvey based upon what they've been taught in school. It's very important.
Wow.
Easy.
The spear is speaking. 25 going into the R2 here on Asaase Radio. And we're live on the Asaase 995 Facebook page. Please, if you are here, make sure you share the link. You understand me? For people to know where I go on. The spear is here with us.
Easy.
The spear is talking to Ghana. The spear is talking to Africa. And the spear is talking to the world.
Easy.
And to fellow Jamaicans, you heard what he said. He said, through the 14 parishes of Jamaica, we must make sure that, schools must add Marcus Garvey to their syllables because the kids have to know about Garvey.
Easy.
Yes, and as well as Africa, you know what I mean? Africans too must take Garvey serious.
Easy.
You know what I mean? We can't go without that because he said back to Africa. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, we're having one-on-one with the spear. All right, so let's talk about this. In terms of recording now, how was the transition like for you being in Jamaica, releasing first album and going on the road for touring? And how did the people receive the spear?
You mean in Jamaica?
Yeah.
You mean in Jamaica?
Yes. How the transition was like in terms of...
Sometime I heard you and another time I'm not hearing you.
All right. So I would like to find out how the transition was like in terms of you recording your first album and going on the road with it in terms of tour and how the people received you.
Well, it's like I worked there for many years to the people before I get there. But when I get there and start to do what I came to do, it was like I was there for a long time. You know, nothing never seems too unusual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go there and I deliver what I got to deliver through the music, and it was properly accepted from the first time. From the first time I hit the stage,
Mm-hmm.
it was properly accepted by the people. You know, as I say, you know, no color separation is all about the people. When I open my mouth and I sing my song, I sing for all the people of the world. No color separation, one people. Music is music.
Yeah, man. Definitely. No color separation from the spear. Now, I've got some messages over here from Junior Maestro all the way from Norway. He said, "We are grateful for your works. It inspires us to stand up, fight, and learn to survive in hard system."
Easy.
From Junior Maestro. From Ice Baby, the General says, "This is awesome. Keep up the good works. We are proud of you."
Easy.
From Poem Dong Yusuf, he said, "King, please ask the living legend any plans of him coming to the motherland, specifically Ghana."
Easy.
All right, we'll find out from the spear whether he is ever ready, whether he is ready, you know, to step up, you know, to Ghana.
Easy.
Now, talking about Marcus Garvey again, you know, Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of the Republic of Ghana, got an inspiration from Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? And he set up the black line, you know, the Black Star line. You know what I mean? So, as I said once again, it is important for us to recognize Marcus Garvey.
Easy.
All right, so if you have any question, please forward them and let me ask the spear for you. You can send in your questions via WhatsApp number 020000995. Send in the WhatsApp messages and I'll read them for you. Or better still, we're live on the Asaase 995 Facebook page. Step in with your messages and then I will read them for you. From Tete Apete, he said, "King, please ask the spear his relationship between Bob Marley before his demise." Spear, what exactly was your relationship with you and Bob before his demise?
Me and Bob?
Yes.
Come again with your question.
All right. So a fan want to know, what exactly was your relationship with Bob before his demise?
Well, the first time I met Bob, you know, it was 9 Mile. Yeah, I never saw Bob before. That was my very first time. You know, I was a fan of Bob. I will be listening to Bob music every day, every day. Never see the man. But the first time I met the Bob is when I go in the opposite part of the parish, as I man did say before, which is 9 Mile. And that's where I met Bob. You know, Bob was going to his cultivation with a lots of plants, you know, to plant his plant in his cultivation. You know, and we stood there for a while and reasoning as two Rastaman, you know, etc., etc. And as I say before, Bob, you know, introduced I to Studio One, you know, so I was a listener for Bob. I was like a freak listening to Bob. I listened to Bob every day, many times for the day. And that been taking place way before I get started in the music business.
All right. All right. So it means that you and Bob relationship good.
Of course, clean.
All right. So Adobia Abdullah Enim says he would like to know the main reason why the Spear has never featured any artist in his career. Is there any reason?
Come again, I'm not hearing you.
He said, is there any reason why the Spear has never featured any artist on a song?
If there's a reason,
yes.
maybe the time is not right to do something. I try to do a lot of things with other up and coming singers, but it just didn't work. So I gave them back the material, what I record for them. You know, this business called for patience. And if I wasn't a patient man, I wouldn't be here today talking to you or talking to the people back in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, sometimes people want to be something, but to be something, it takes a lot of works to be what you want to be. And patient is number one in anything you would like to be. If there is no patient, that simply means you're not going to be what you would like to be. And I think that is what happened to those younger people at that time when I was trying to do something with. So I gave them back everything that I record for them, you know, so they would feel more comfortable having it. But it's a lot of work if you're going to take on like doing producing. Producing is a lot of work. So I never choose to do producing. I try to focus on myself. You know, who knows what might happen at some time going down the street. Nobody knows. You know, when you're going up the street, it's all right, but going down the street is a different thing from going up the street. You know, so I'm just taking it easy now. You know, as I say, who knows if I might just see someone at my age now and saying that I'm going to help him or I'm going to produce him. I don't know. You know, I just leave everything open to nature, the universe.
Wow.
Easy.
The spear says he's left everything to nature. The universe should take control. You know what I mean? Matthew Humble Lion says, say hello to the Minister Spear from Humble Lion. And I say, good strength to him, please. All right? Patrick Obinabo says, Marcus Garvey words, come to pass. Can't get food to eat. Can't get money to spend. I heard about Marcus Garvey through your songs.
Easy.
So it means that the spear has done a lot. You've had impact on a lot of people, because from the reaction I'm getting, it means that people are really in tune with the spear.
Easy.
Now, one thing I would like to find out from you is about music business. Countless of time I have seen, the spear in videos trying to warn producers in terms of the spear materials, and stuff, and sometimes a post from the spear and all that. In terms of royalties and all that, how do you deal with that? And specifically with VP Records, what exactly is the business relation between you and VP Records that sometimes they make it hard for you?
You see, as an artist and coming up, the first thing is that you're going to need promotion so you can be promoted, so people will get to know you, see you, listen to your music. In my coming up dealing with the music business and various people within the music business, it was different. And the first step was having yourself out there so people could see you and listen to your music. That take record company, or what the company does. They do something what we could not get done. They promote the artist so the music could go worldwide and an international level, so people could listen to your music, which we couldn't afford to do that. So that's the best thing what record company have done to every artist, regardless reggae music or what the kind of music might be. When they took the artist and start to promote the artist worldwide by sending the music all over the world, people start to listen, and then people start to say they wouldn't mind seeing the artist. Then that's the second step. Then the person who you're going to be dealing with when it comes to live performance, regardless the agent or the booking company or blah, blah, blah. And you get out there, then people start to see you. That's the second step. Within all my steps, going out there and people start to see me, it was good, but I couldn't afford to promote myself like that. That's where record company comes in. And they promote all the artists, what they think they could work with or can work with. And they will be making a lot of income by promoting that artist. The artist wasn't getting anything. What the artist was getting is promotion. And I get that promotion. After getting that promotion, I could stand firm on my legs and start to do things for me by continue what they were doing, but doing it in a different way. That's the way it goes. You know, I wasn't earning anything from live performance when I was performing. And if you calculate all these shows you were doing, you wasn't getting anything. Mm-hmm. Maybe you was getting like $4,000 a show at that time. But they adds it up and it became, it sounds like it's a lot, but it's not a lot. You know, and I've been through that kind of situation for many years. You know, going on the road, touring, not getting anything, go home back. My wife would say, you need to stop, and it go on and on. But I hang in it and continue. And by I hanging it and continue, that is how I became who I is today. So I could be talking to you about how it gets started, what happened along the way, etc., etc. It was good to get started, you know, for that's the way it goes for all of us, regardless the nature of the music. But music is not about color. It's about the music and the artists and the people. You know, so I've been there.
Wow. Wow.
Easy.
Wow. 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 So I hope the young artists, you guys are listening in terms of what the spear is saying, because we have to take music business really seriously.
Easy.
39 minutes gone into the R2 here on Asaase Radio. Exactly 2 p.m. we'll be out of here. We'll make way for the sports crew. But in the meantime, we're having one-on-one with the spear, Burning Spear, Mr. Winston Rodney. But if I should know, like, how did you acquire the name Burning Spear?
Well, the name Burning Spear is coming from a distance, you know. Sometime I was in the city Kingstown, living on Industrial Terrace and Spanish Town Road. And the places I would be hanging out, there was a man by the name of Pantan, call him Naya. Mm-hmm. And I used to sing out. And he used to tell me that the way I'm singing, I need a name. And a name like Jomo Kenyatta. So I asked him, who's Jomo Kenyatta? Mm-hmm. Told me Jomo Kenyatta was the first Republican president for Kenya. Mm-hmm. You know, I said, wow. So I think about it and still doing my thing. Way before I start to record, the name was there. And I kept the name, and when I start to record, that was the name I established, you know, Burning Spear. You know, Jomo Kenyatta was standing up for something and for his people. And Pantan, which is the guy who told me about the name, he gave me a full lecture on Jomo Kenyatta, what he was standing up for and how he was going about doing things. So the name Burning Spear is coming from Kenya. Jomo Kenyatta once called Burning Spear. That's where the name is coming from.
All right.
Easy.
All right. Spear, there is one controversy going on around the sound system culture fraternity. And today I would like you to let the cat out of the bag for us, because we would like to know the truth. Have you ever recorded a dubplate for any sound system around the world, from Jamaica, Europe, America, Africa? Have you ever recorded any dubplate for any sound?
Dubplate?
Yes.
I don't do dubplate. Some time ago, many people, brethren and people front eye asking about dubplate, but I wasn't that kind of singer who really into the dubplate thing. You know, that I don't like more like a sounding system time, you know. But in the sounding system time, everybody would like to get a song where the other system just don't got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I wasn't that kind of artist who really into the dubplate thing. Dubplate take a lot out of you. You have to go to the studio, you have to sit there, then they do their thing. I wasn't feeling dubplate, no disrespect, you know, but I wasn't that artist who were there doing dubplate for a sounding system. I wasn't that kind of artist.
Wow. You were not feeling dubplate. I would like to really get, you know, that core point, that the main reason why now it is clear that the spear, you have not recorded dubplate for any sound, but is there any a particular reason why you're not doing it, or you just don't like it?
No, there's no reason, and I wouldn't say just don't like it, for it's music. You know, some of us just don't do something, and I'm one of those who just don't do something you don't do, you know, and it's normal. It's no criticism or no fault or reason. You just don't do it, you know. There's a lot of things some people just don't do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Spear doesn't do that. So what do you make of sound systems that pirate the spear, and they say they have burning spear on dubplate that they play in clashes?
Come again?
What do you make of those sound systems that pirate that they have spear, and really and truly they play artists that sound like burning spear? I have heard
that happen all the time, you know. That happen all the time, you know. Sounding system always wants something unusual where he's the only one could play that. You know, that is the highlight about sounding system. The next system playing something where the next system just can't play, and sometimes they might play 3-4 cut of that one track.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun, you know, excited, but people like it. Everyone jump and say Ray, you know, it was a competitive thing. You know, sometimes people might be even playing spear, and I don't know how they come by playing spear in that form, for I didn't give it to no one. But these things happen. That is part of the music. You know, you're gonna find things like those happen. You know, people always want something unusual, different. You know, it's part of the business.
All right. All right. All right. So it's clear right now. It's on record that the spear says he's never done dubplate before. He has not given any sound system in this world a dub before. You understand me? And he just don't like it. You understand me? Some people don't like certain things, and he's part of those who don't like certain things. He just don't do dubplate. You know what I mean? So let's get this straight. From today, there's going to be a serious problem for some sound systems.
Easy.
All right, so let's talk about the brand new album, No Destroyer. When was this recorded? Because I was reading some leaflets, and you know, dated back a couple of years ago during COVID time and all that, you know. And I would like to know, like in terms of writing even songs, you know, like how the I take time to pen down lyrics and all that. How does all those things come by?
Sometimes when putting a song together, it can take you a year, it can take you 2 years, it can take you 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right now I'm working on some songs, and this year will make like 4 years since I've been working on these songs, and they have not yet recorded, but I'm still working on them. So it take a long time. You know, maybe it take a short time for some people, you know, but the way I go about doing my works, I take it very serious, you know, and it got to be right. You know, it's a connection, you know, but the melody will always be the melody, and the lyrics have to coordinate with the melody. I never know when the lyrics gonna come. I don't know. You know, the melody came and I store the melody. It might take me months before I get the first lyrics, you know, to match up with the melody. It's a coordination. You know, it's not like you're telling a story, you know, through the music. And you got to follow where it gets started to the middle and to the end. You know, and if you don't continue the story, then you don't have a song. So putting a song together, it can take me a long time. As I say, I've been working on a few songs now, going 3 to 4 years, and I'm still working on them. So working on song towards going to the studio, it's a very, very long time for me because I need to do it right. I need to, when I put a song out there, the people can listen to where it stopped and get the full understanding about what the song been saying. Well, it's a story. It's not like you're just listening to something, listen, and at the end of the day, you don't gain anything from what you've been listening to. When you're listening to a song, you must gain something from the first part of the song to the end of the song. You must gain something. You must can see the story, what the song telling you about. It's all about a story within the song.
Wow. This is interesting.
Easy.
So, with the album title now, why No Destroyer?
Yes, it's No Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of destroyful things and people, you know, upon creation, doing crazy things, you know. So you have to tighten up yourself. You have to strengthen yourself. When these destroyers come, you know, you can put up a wall against them, preventing them from interfere with what they shouldn't have interfering with. No Destroyer. I think it's a good, strong Burning Spear album. This album record going 12 years and never been released.
Wow.
And my wife keeps saying, release the album. The time is right. You know, the album produced by my wife for Burning Music Production. The song Negril was written by me and my wife, you know. And I think it's a very strong album wherein people can relate to. People can feel something. People can in love with a track, you know. There's enough tracks wherein people can really relate to, hang on to it, you know, use it as a guideline. Remember, you know, this is an album wherein it should be there from a longer time, but if the time is not right when you're doing something, it's not going to work. And if I had tried to release this album before now, maybe it wouldn't work, you know, for the time wouldn't be right. So I hang on to it. And the time is right now. So we put it out there. For it's been a while that people don't hear something new from Burning Spear coming out of the studio. And I think I made the people happy. And I made the people have something now they could listen to. They could ask questions. You know, they could fall in love with which track they love best than the other track. This album is all about the people. You know, it's a very strong album. You know, you got to take full responsibility for your action. You know,
definitely. my favorites on the album is, you know, No Destroyer and also Negril. You know, these are the two songs on the album that, you know, is the favorite.
That's your two track. That's the two track you like.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. and I always play this anytime I hit the radio. I always play this play.
Easy.
So let's talk about your final tour now. Your final tour, the final world tour.
No, there is no final tour or final work.
Yeah.
There's nothing like final.
Okay.
You continue. When the time is right, you go there, you do something. If the time is not right, you just stay put.
Okay.
There's no such thing like final. There is no final.
All right. Good. I like this. So let's talk about in terms of booking now, how the Spear is open and who should we contact, because Africans are yearning for the Spear, especially in Ghana.
When it comes to contact, you contact Patricia.
Okay. All right. So Ghana, I think we are on the right path now. Anyone that needs the link, to Patricia, make sure you step in and I'll release it so that we talk music business, because the Spear is open for shows.
I didn't hear you at the first part. I didn't hear you.
All right. So I was asking about the fact that who should we contact in terms of booking you for shows in Africa and all that, and you said we should contact Patricia, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So when we contact Patricia, everything.
Again.
Yeah. Oh God.
Easy.
You can hear me good?
I'm losing you.
Oh God, you can't lose me, Spear. You can't lose me. You can't lose me. Yeah, man. So, in terms of booking, we should contact Patricia, and
yeah,
you are available for African, shows and all that. I would like you to confirm that for us, because a lot of people are doubting.
What they doubt? I don't hear that.
All right. I am saying that I need you to confirm that for us, because a lot of people are doubting. That if
doubt it?
Are doubting that if the Spear is open for African shows.
Oh, that's for true. That will happen. If the time is right, the people who are going to be doing it is right and doing what needed to be done the right and proper way, it's possible.
It's possible. All right. We'll give it a shot. So all promoters in Ghana,
Easy.
You know how the thing go already. The Spear is ready. So why not? Just link in and let the link the link, and let's see what to do. I have 5 more minutes to go away. Burning Spear, you've been there, done that. You have 2 Grammys to your credit. You've been nominated 12 times, to your credit. You have Order of Distinction from Jamaica and all that. You've been there, done that. You have all the experiences. What advice do you have for the younger generation of reggae artists?
Resistance. They got to be sure about what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. Patient. In this music business, especially now, you got to have patience. If you really want to take the right route, that route calls for a lot of patience. But things have changed along the way within and around the music business. So one have to be sure, certain, what they want, how they want it, where they're going, and why they're going where they're going.
All right. Burning Spear, would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. Before I leave you finally on the line from the album No Destroyer, I would like you to tell us your favorite song on the album, so I play it.
I never have a favorite song from my albums. Short my works, I never have a favorite song. The song what I look upon and look within throughout my time doing recording is the song Slavery Days. When I write and sing that song, I shook the world. But no one thought a song like that could be written and sing. And I did it. Away from that, there is no favorite song from my song. All my songs are favorite. You know, all my songs are outstanding. The favorite come from the fans. They have to pick their favorite songs from Burning Spear since 1969 until this time. But there's no favorite for I Man.
All right. So as you said, slavery days. That song really shook the walls. You understand? We shook the walls of Babylon and set the captive free.
Easy.
Wow. Burning Spear, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. We really appreciate your time and space, seriously, man. And we are looking forward see you in Ghana performing live.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Marcus Garvey was an African Jamaican who been accused many times wrongfully. We need his name to clean up and set his record free. Free, free. Once and for all, one Marcus Garvey. Yes, it's all right. One Marcus Garvey. Yes, it's all right with me. Yeah, it's all right with me.
Wow. Wow.
Easy.
Burning Spear, thank you so much for your time and space.